These two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And George, here we go.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
George against Mitchell. Launches it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
And here's Maxey following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. Maxey looking it over. Got it. Good job in the low post. Maxey's got 5 points so far.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Got that one up quick.
And really, Embiid is a threat to score from anywhere. The defense has got to honor him.
Okoro setting the pick for Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Allen. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The 76ers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. The Cavaliers trailing. Mitchell kicks to Okoro. Takes a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's Maxey. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Drummond's got his second bucket of the game to go.
With that size and with that strength, it is such a problem trying to keep Andre Drummond off the offensive glass.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And here's Maxey following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context. Boy, how about the quick elevation by Andre Drummond? Doesn't miss an opportunity when it's that easy.
Here's Mitchell. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
And Maxey gets it to go on the assist by Embiid.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 50 seconds left in the first. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. Now, here's Maxey, covered by Okoro. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And in that pick and roll action, you have to stop the ball first. Maxey too good with the rock in his hands.
Hunter with a screen on George. Here's Mitchell. Oh, he jams it right over Andre Drummond. Wow!
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
And stolen by Mobley. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Pass to Mitchell. Allen, a screen on George. Kicks it out to Allen. No good on the triple. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Spida is attacking right now. Very few guys can score it as quickly or as easily.
Drummond passes to Oubre. Drains the three-pointer. Oubre's got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Allen for 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Okoro shot is off. The 76ers leading by 9. Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
Allen with the screen for Mitchell. With the drive, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
The Spider in the house, the unmatched quickness of Donovan Mitchell. What a bucket.
Now, here's Maxey. Defense right on him. Right wing. Pass to George. Drummond with a screen on Mitchell. George dishes to Drummond. Back to George. Just 4 to shoot. George missing again.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
To the inside. Allen. And Embiid with the block.
So agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
And George kicks to Drummond. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Team foul.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Oubre outside. Connects from 3-point range. Oubre's got 6 in the quarter.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3 and D ability on the wing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Maxey. That's good on the jump shot. And it's a 12-point 76ers lead.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Poked away. Mitchell passes to Mobley. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 12-4 run. And it's Drummond with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Hunter against Oubre. Three-pointer by Embiid. Hunter grabs the miss. Now here's Okoro. He's covered by Maxey.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
Outside, Maxey. Cavaliers with the rebound. And here is Okoro. Shoots the three. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. And George kicks to Oubre. George against Mitchell. Now here's George. He's guarded closer. Off target at the rim. Mitchell outside. Loads it up there for Mobley. From deep, George. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident shooting. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. They've got Edwards. Gordon out there with Walker. And it's Yabusele in at the power forwards position. Pass to Yabusele. Gordon with a screen on Wade. Here's Yabusele. Bucket is good. When a team Doors is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Now, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting even when you don't have your best game available.
Inside, stolen by Wade. And here's Garland for three. Another miss by Garland. Philadelphia leading by 11. Outside Gordon. From the arc. Second chance shot. And it's good for two.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Wade sets the pick for Garland. Out to Wade. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Five to shoot. Wade, a screen on Walker. The wide open look here for Garland. Traps in the tray. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, nice rise and fire from range by Darius Garland. The three-point shot so highly valued.
Here's Walker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 12.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Walker against Garland. Walker with it. He takes it in. The three. They get it back. And that one is hammered home.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Garland against Walker. Outside Gordon. 6 to shoot. High post try. No good that time. The Cavaliers trail by 12. And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
Philadelphia leading by 12. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Puts up a three. Nailed from three-point land. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Thompson, a screen on Walker. Garland surveying the D. His three-pointers off the mark. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Sinks the triple.
Tristan Thompson has worked so hard to develop on the offensive end. Not just a rebounder defender, gets into that catch-and-shoot game now.
Walker against Garland. Edwards, a screen on Garland. Here's Walker, and he drives in, and the dunk by Walker.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Well, through 3 quarters of play. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the curl. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The 76ers leading by 16. Down low. Here's Bona. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Boy, Donovan Mitchell as a jump shooter, so pure.
They double-team Walker. Pass to Yabusele. Mobley with the block. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Right side, Maxey takes the three. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The deep three from Mitchell. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock. Kicks it out to Allen. Off target from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. From deep, George.
I'll tell you, Mitchell locked in on the defensive end. He's so good getting after it.
And George kicks to Maxey. George sets a screen for Maxey. Shot clock at 3. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And George with the stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Oubre against Hunter. Oubre outside. Over Hunter. Oubre can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Mobley with the block.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
Allen for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Allen's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
Outside, Maxey. Outside, George.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
The tray. Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's a Kuro. And the 3 off target. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Embiid, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
Hey guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Tyrese Maxey.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Pass to Drummond and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. Their offense not doing their best work of late. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's a Kuro. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Maxey with it, guarded by Hunter.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Driving inside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Here's the 3. And Embiid pulls it down. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and in the win, a comfort. Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the
It's Thursday after, so a look at the starters for the Pacers. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And for Cleveland, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
Halliburton outside. There's a screen by Turner. On the wing, Mathurin. Checked by Mitchell. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Shot's good by Mathurin.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Hunter passes to Mitchell. And here's Allen. He shoots a 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Not known as a quick shooter, but Allen shows what he's got there.
Halliburton outside. Left side, Walker. Mathurin against Mitchell. On the wing, Mathurin. The 3. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant. But even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least keep to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Now here's Halliburton. He takes it in, lets it go from deep. And it's Mathurin missing. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. It's stolen by Halliburton. On the wing, Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Now here's Halliburton. It's Walker on the wing. Back to Halliburton. Uses the glass on the layup. Halliburton's gotten his second bucket.
And I appreciate how confident Halliburton is. For a guard, he handles himself well and deep.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Siakam. Siakam with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Mathurin, and he drives in. Good on the bucket. Mathurin's got 5 now.
Yeah, this is Mathurin at his best. Driving hard to the cup and finishing in style.
Here's Mitchell. Cleveland the rebound. Mobley passes to Hunter. Back to Mobley. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Stolen by Mobley. Indiana with a rebound. Knocked away. Stolen by Mobley. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Allen with a screen on Siakam. Mobley passes to Okoro. Back to Mobley. Deflects the pass. Mathurin with a steal. And he lobs it up top. Nice catch and finish on the lob.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Turner with a block.
A ferocious shot blocker. Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul. First team foul. Here's Halliburton. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Kicks it out to Siakam. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And Okoro gets it to go.
It's great whenever a big knows how to handle it. Allen sharing the wealth.
Here's Halliburton. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. Mitchell with the ball. And he's going for the lob. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Poke loose. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Cleveland on top. They're up by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Clock at 4, and Allen gets it to go.
More than just a low post threat, Allen is also capable of connecting from the mid-range.
Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jarrett Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
Mitchell with the ball, picked up by Matherin. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Team foul.
Benedict Matherin picks one up.
The fearlessness of Mitchell is just ridiculous. He takes pride in going at the defense.
And he's good on the second. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go. That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Mitchell showing some muscle.
Mitchell is so efficient and crafty inside that paint. Sometimes you forget he's only 6'2".
Halliburton surveys the floor. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Miles Turner, the 11th pick by the Pacers in 2015 for much of his career with the team. He's endured the trade rumors. He said, I've still got PTSD from that, but I wanted to be here in Indy. And last season, a renegotiation of his contract, giving him an extension and a raise. Brian, he is locked in as their starting center.
Yeah, it would appear so, Allie. Thank you. Mobley finds Allen. Mobley, a screen on Walker. Allen, the pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
What an elite athlete Mobley is, getting off the ground effortlessly for the throwdown.
Now here's Halliburton. He's covered closely. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton with the ball, and it's Hunter picking him up, and the shot goes in. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
They now take the lead, and the Pacers lead by 2.
Smart bucket by Turner. Use your length and score it in close.
Hunter, a screen on Walker. Matherin against Mitchell. Hunter against Walker. Allen with a screen on Walker. Here's Hunter. The rebound by Turner.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Walker. It's not going to go for him. Hunter with some nice D. Okoro outside. Fires from deep. Indiana with a rebound. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now. Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
Hunter against Matherin. Halliburton outside. The three is up. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Allen with a screen on Walker. Pass to Allen. To win the cold spell. Deflected.
Yeah, using his long wingspan, Walker could become a serious defensive menace.
Here's Turner. Kicks it out to Siakam. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Halliburton outside. Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And so it's Indiana with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
The center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. They've got Andrew Nembhard, Obi Toppin out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then it's Shepard, and it's Bryant in at the 5, roaming the paint. To drive by Nembhard, and here's Toppin from the arc. Sends it home from 3-point land.
3 points.
And the Pacers lead by 6.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Bryant, a screen on Garland. Another 3 for Indiana.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Indiana leading by 7. Toppin outside. And then Bryant with the dunk.
The assist.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Here's Garland, and Bryant pulls it down. Indiana's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Here's Shepard on the take. Kicks it out to Bryant. The 3 ball. The shot no good. Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Garland. On the wing, Thompson. Hey, from beyond the arc. And Toppin pulls it down. Indiana's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Ooh, it's stolen away. Left side, Nesmith. Nesmith on the wing. On the wing, Nembhard. The ball's knocked loose. Pass to Shepard. Toppin, a screen on Garland. 5 on the clock. And here's Shepard for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Shot to stop the run. And Garland with the basket on the assist by Strus. Garland's got 8 points in the quarter.
For a guard like Garland, hitting threes unlocks the rest of the floor.
Toppin outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's the screen by Bryant. Now here's Nembhard, guarded by Garland. Shot from 16. The shot by Nembhard, no good. Cavaliers trail by 8. Right side, Garland. Pass to Thompson. Outside, Garland. And he makes the 8-footer. Garland's got 10 points in the game.
The efficiency of Garland is something this man believes that he can make every shot.
Toppin passes to Nembhard. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Back to Toppin. There's a screen by Toppin. Indiana needs to get a shot off. There's the 3, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Garland. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And right now, Garland has it stuck on automatic. This man, he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Pass to Shepard. Outside Neesmith. Driving inside. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Wade. Takes the 3. And Bryant pulls it down. Pacers leading by 6. Nembhard, the pass to Neesmith. Here's Shepard. Toppin, left side. Here's Shepard. Here's the screen by Bryant. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And 1 move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Pacers. They lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you. Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You can tell with that smile on his face. Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. Matherin with the ball. Turner, a screen on Mitchell. Matherin passes to Turner. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the triple.
And when given the chance, Turner drains that shot. The defense has to know this and defend them better.
The 3 from Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell with the smooth stroke from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Turner, a screen on Hunter. Outside for Halliburton. Pass to Turner. The 3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And the defense recognizing that Turner can make this shot, which is why he gets fouled.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Outside Mitchell. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Look, the offensive glass is all about effort and energy. And Allen, look, he's got plenty of both.
Left side Matherin. Halliburton for 3. Oh, you got to guard Halliburton from there.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You got to at least show a little heart out here.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. They trail by 11. From deep. Kept alive. Goes back up. Okoro, no good. Pacers leading by 11. Pass to Turner. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 4 rebounds in the game. The 3 from Okoro. It's rebounded by Indiana. In transition, here come the Pacers. Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
Yeah, and when it comes to finishing plays, Siakam can beat you back to the basket, facing up and, of course, in transition.
Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. Here's Matherin. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Pacers.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Tyrese Halliburton.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
And the dunk by Halliburton.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Cleveland again missing.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
There's 38 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Matherin against Mitchell. Halliburton on the wing. Over Okoro. Halliburton misses. They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. For 3, Matherin. And so Indiana takes this one by a big... All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson.
game. What are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. Just 5 to shoot. Mathurin for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The confidence of Mathurin, palpable. You see it and feel it. That looked good from the moment it left his hand.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Halliburton against Embiid. Here he goes. Count that one.
The defense can't slow Embiid on the drive. I mean, he's just got so much body mass and momentum. Hard to stop him.
Maxey against Mathurin. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Out to Turner. Deflects the pass. George with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. It's good.
Boy, it really puts pressure on the defense when Embiid makes an effort to run in transition like that.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
Here's Maxey. The Pacers making the shot. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Drummond with a screen on Halliburton. Maxey, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Halliburton against George. Turner with a screen on George. Here's Halliburton, and he uses the glass on the lane.
Very good composure and control that time by Halliburton, not allowing that physical defense to affect his shot at all.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thank you, David.
A big-time presence in the post. That's exactly what they want from Turner.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
And here's Halliburton. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
He's such a creative scorer in close. Tyrese Halliburton only needs a sliver of space to make you pay.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize. The numbers testify. Tyrese Maxey is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA.
He was all alone on that one. Halliburton's got 7 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Maxey passes to Drummond. Kicks it out to Maxey. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Maxey, an exciting player to watch. So unpredictably hard to guard.
George against Halliburton. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Mathurin. Over in the corner, Turner. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Philadelphia ball.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter.
Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang.
Maxey kicks to Drummond. Pass to Embiid from downtown. They get the rebound. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And the shot is good.
He could have walked to the basket.
Now George. Embiid the screen. Gets it off. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for Indiana. Ethan. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
George is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Oubre. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now, here's Siakam. No scoring in this one. The rebound by Paul George.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Drummond in the post. Turner covering. And Drummond throws it down.
You know, I would venture to say if you didn't run one play for Drummond all night, he still could score in double digits. He is an incredible offensive rebounder.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
Tyrese Halliburton so capable of playing multiple positions and roles for this team. And tonight, he's embraced being the scorer.
Now, here's George. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Mathurin. Now the Pacers moving it up. Halliburton with it. Maxey covering. Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And here's Halliburton. After the three-pointer from Joel Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. Mathurin with a screen on George. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action. Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Maxey against Halliburton. Now, here's Maxey. Not a lot of room, and no good that time. Indiana leading by 4. Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Driving to the basket. Softly drops in the floater. Halliburton's got 10 points in the quarter.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
Maxey, no good. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Mathurin passes to Walker. With the drive and the dunk by Walker.
For his size, Walker has great burst off the bounce.
Maxey against Halliburton. Now here's Embiid. He's guarded closely. To the paint. Here's Drummond. Turner with the steal. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
What a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
Maxey looking it over. George sets a screen for Maxey. To the inside. And George kicks to Maxey. No problems knocking that one down. And that's 11 points for Tyrese Maxey.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Turner with a screen on George. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Siakam finds Turner. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Shot clock at 5.
Nice defense that time by Drummond, and a movable object with great length.
Maxey passes to George. Takes a 3. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Oubre against Mathurin. On the wing, Turner. Over George. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers' Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on. And a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards, those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Ryan is out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Shepard. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward. Here's Nembhard. Walker with the rebound. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing here by 8. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Sweet little floater. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Soft touch on the floater there. Gordon knows when to pull out this unblockable shot of his.
Here's Nembhard, guarded by Walker. Tapping a screen on Walker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Indiana shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. That free throw good from Nembhard. The 76ers trail by 9. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. They set the screen. Gordon up on top. Over Shepard. And it's Gordon missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
It's still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Edwards with the screen for Gordon. 6 to shoot. The 3. It's rebounded by Nesmith.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And Clark, as we watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin? Nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc.
Count that bucket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pacers leading by 10. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Nembhard, the pass to Toppin. The kick out to Bryant. Here's Nembhard, guarded by Walker. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Rebound by the 76ers. Outside Gordon. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's Shepard missing. The 76ers trail by 10. Edwards looking it over. Tries again. Pass to Bona. On the wing, Eric Gordon. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. There's a screen. Second chance shot. The rebound by Bryant.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Shepard. Yes, that goes in. Shepard's got the lead up to 12 now for Indiana.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Stolen. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Whoops, they pick off the pass. A floater. And that one's good. Bona's got his first points in this one.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Nembhard. The kick out to Bryant. Misses the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And here's Edwards from the arc, and the three ball is good. Edwards got it back down to single digits for Philadelphia. Ball's knocked loose. Indiana again turning it over.
Philadelphia ball.
Here's Walker. We've got 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Right side, Edwards. Pass to Bona. Now here's Gordon. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bona. And the rejection by Bryant. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Five seconds left in the third. Here's Nembhard. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And so it's the Indiana Pacers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten... And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They've got Paul George, Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Turner with a screen on George. Halliburton drives in. He's still up. Now he's 9 of 10.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Turner the bucket on the assist by Halliburton. And now it's an 11-point Indiana lead. Here's Maxey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, one thing about Maxey, he was just born to score. This guy is a bucket getter.
Halliburton outside. Puts up a deep 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Halliburton with the steal. Outside Mathurin. Hits the 3-point bomb. And the Pacers lead by 12. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Pacers.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Not only is Maxey solid and efficient from the line, but he gets there quite a bit, too.
Taking 3 shots.
And he nails the 3rd. Here's Mathurin. Turner with a screen for Mathurin. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
Oubre against Mathurin. Oubre outside. Outside, George. 4 on the shot clock. Over Walker. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. George has got his first basket.
Love the flow and rhythm that George plays with. Very impressive. He's got a natural, comfortable cadence to his pace.
Halliburton. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. Pass to Siakam. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Shot's good by Walker.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Maxey. And there it is for him. Maxey's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Halliburton kicks to Turner. Pass to Siakam. Walker is screen on Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the three-point shot. Siakam's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pacers.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Drummond dishes to Oubre. High, arcing shot. Another shot. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Turner. Pacers leading by 12.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Indiana.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tyrese Halliburton.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Mathurin with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And Indiana, another three.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank
Welcome, fans, and the Cleveland starting five. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, Paul George out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Now here's Mitchell. And he lobs it up. They get it back.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Now here's Maxey. Right wing. George outside. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Okoro on the wing. On the wing, Mitchell. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from Drummond. And here's Oubre from the arc. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
It's stolen by Oubre. Here's Embiid. Banked it in off the glass.
The control and focus from Embiid, able to absorb hits from the defense and still finish.
Hunter, a screen on George. Out to Mobley. Shoots over Embiid. Mobley passes to Okoro. Outside Mitchell. Off the mark there with a 3.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
George against Mitchell. Launches it. George with the bucket.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy's ability to make shots so easy.
Allen with a screen on George. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
George, good.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, B.A.? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
Now Philadelphia with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Shakes it. And he takes it up and lays it in. George has got 9.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Paul George pulls down the board. Philadelphia leading by 9. And it's Maxey missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Mitchell against George. And here's Mitchell. Here's Hunter. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Andre Drummond. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Maxey finds Drummond. Kicks it to George. Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. George against Mitchell. George, good.
The defense must push Paul George further out. This guy's so adept at finding ways to score inside.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hunter, a screen on George. And it's Mitchell, the miss. The Sixers leading. Pass to Embiid. Now Drummond. It's George on the wing. Oubre, a screen on Mitchell. George for three. Ooh, he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it.
2 minutes are allowed to review.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And I couldn't tell exactly what happened. And apparently, I guess the refs didn't get a clear look at it either. They have to get it right because this is a big moment in the game.
And so it's the Philadelphia. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Or the 76ers at the top of their game, huh?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3. From about 19, George, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Offensive board. Mobley gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Boy, you get a sense of the long reach of Evan Mobley. Get to the offensive window and put the putback in. Nicely done.
Knocked loose. George scanning the floor. Hunter with the rebound. Cavaliers trail by 7. And Andre Drummond is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
George against Mitchell. Oh, misses the dunk.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Inside, here's George. And George with the jam.
All right. Are you kidding me? Just look at what Paul George is doing to the defense over and over. My goodness.
Here's Mitchell. There's the drive. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Outside Maxey, driving to the basket. Pass to Embiid. Six to shoot. Drummond to screen on Mobley. Here's Embiid. They get it back. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
As a big, you understand that contact is part of the game. Andre Drummond makes his living on tough, hard-nosed basketball.
And he makes both free throws. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
From three-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
Outside Oubre. Mobley with the block. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Boy, how about the blinding speed in transition? Donovan Mitchell ferocious attacking in the open floor.
And Maxey, here we go. And he jams it home with authority.
He sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Mitchell against George. Takes it inside. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Ooh, poked away. Oh, stolen by Embiid. It's George on the wing. Oh, breaks the dunk off the deceptive pump fake. Okoro passes to Allen. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Paul George.
Well, this is exactly the kind of position you want Jared Allen shooting from, right? He gets excellent position, makes defenders nervous this close. Good job drawing that foul.
And Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
B.A., this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can absolutely step out on the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender. A spectacular finish by Oubre. He's got that airtime to get creative.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 9-point game. Oh, get up, Donovan. Wow.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. 3-pointer Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oubre. Cavaliers trail by 7. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. For 3, Maxey. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close. So appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back. Back after this break, ready for the 3rd quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
They've got Lonnie Walker. He's out there with Eric Gordon. And it's Bona in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Cavaliers trail by 7. Here's Garland. Another shot. Here's Thompson. Philadelphia grabs the miss. They held a 12-point lead earlier. To the inside. Here's Bona. Here's Yabusele. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Jerome grabs the miss.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. No lower.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Cavaliers trail by 8. Outside Garland. Launches a 3. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And there's a pick. This one for 3. The shot no good. The Cavaliers have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Here's Strus. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Thompson with a screen. Garland for 3. Unable to get that one. Philadelphia leading by 8. Gordon outside. The shot's good. Gordon's got his second basket.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Garland, and the layup falls.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Walker for 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a 3-level scorer. Knocks down the 3 with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity.
And Gordon has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 6-point lead.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
They set the screen. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Gordon's got 6.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Garland against Walker. On the wing, Wade. Garland for 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Garland's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Shot ready, we call it, folks. Darius Garland takes the pass, immediately gets into his jump shot.
Gordon outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Garland with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Thompson outside. Off target from outside. The 76ers have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Strus against Edwards. With the drive. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Strus with a screen on Walker. Here's Garland. And it's Bona with a rebound. The Sixers lead by 7. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Garland against Walker. Pass to Jerome. Here's Wade. The three hits the trifecta. Wade's got 5 points. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Sixers ahead, leading by 6. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the 3 slot.
Only 6'2", but Maxey got some spring in his step.
Mitchell against George. Hunter, a screen on George. The kick to Hunter. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Embiid. Embiid at full speed. And then Embiid with the dunk.
The dominant drive there by Embiid. Crashing inside and throwing it down with authority. He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. Embiid, high post. Mobley's on him. Here's Maxey. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Philadelphia leading by 10. Stolen by Mitchell. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Mobley throws it down.
Wow, that is some big-time airtime by Evan Mobley. My goodness.
Pass to George. And here's Oubre. Checked by Mitchell. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's George. Into the lane. And the jam by George.
Well, Paul George won't be shy. You give him a driving lane, he will expose you defensively.
Maxey against Mitchell. To the left side wing. From deep, Mobley. The rebound by Embiid. And so it's Embiid who brings up the ball for the 76ers. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Mitchell with the ball. Shoots over Maxey. And it's Mitchell. The miss. The Sixers lead by 10. Outside Maxey. To the wing on the left. Drummond finds Oubre. Back to Drummond. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Allen brings a double team. And we're going to have a jump ball.
2 minutes. Held ball. That'll be a jump ball.
Embiid with a steal. George outside. Fires it. Good. And the assist to Embiid. George has got 22 points. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
fires, top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. And the 76ers lead by 14. Mitchell against George. Mitchell misses. Here's Maxey.
Well, with a comeback out of range, you can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the 76ers.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, BA, you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And what a huge performance it was for Paul George.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
George against Hunter. To the middle.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Mitchell into the lane. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Maxey. Drops in the layup for two.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Hunter the screen. George with a steal. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant...
moving tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Halliburton, that's good.
For a second guy, Halliburton has a lot of confidence inside. In fact, he's confident at everything he does.
Now, here's Okoro. And it's off from three-point range. Halliburton finds Walker and finished off by Walker.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Mobley dishes to Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Pacers ball. 4-point game. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick-and-roll game, and he's improved his distance from 3. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think of D-Wade with a better jumper.
Now, Siakam. After Isaac Okoro missing on that last three-pointer. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Walker's shot is off.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Mitchell against Halliburton. No good with the triple. Turner passes to Mathurin. There's the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Look at the big man run. Allen out hustling everybody on the break, and you need to reward your big man in those moments.
Now, here's Siakam. Turner finds Halliburton. Turner with the screen for Halliburton. And the layup's good off the glass. Halliburton's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Really left alone that team.
Makes decisive decisions on the hardwood. Once Turner saw the catch and shoot opportunity, he was locked and loaded.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Okoro. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Mitchell. Following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. The drive by Mitchell. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
Now, here is Halliburton. He has 6. Rebound by Mitchell.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
A 3-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
Here's Halliburton. On the wing, Mathurin. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 5, and he drives in. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Jarris Walker. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw this game. The free throw drops for Mitchell. Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
Now here's Turner. And foul on the shot, so he'll get it. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
For the Pacers, Miles Turner, 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It'll count. And that one released in time, but no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
And Halliburton slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Here's Halliburton. The Cavaliers making the shot. Pass to Turner. Indiana moving it around. Halliburton outside. That's another one for him. His 5th in his 7 shots.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
For 3, Mitchell. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And once Halliburton hits his stride, there's just very little you can do defensively, proving how dominant he can be.
Mitchell. Oh, he misses the dunk. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And a wide-open look for Mathurin. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One, they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And the Pacers with possession here, following the score by Cleveland, and finished off by Halliburton.
And a guy who can get up off the floor. Halliburton will throw one down if you're sleeping.
Mitchell looking it over. The kick out to Mobley. Mobley, a screen on Halliburton. Floats it up there for Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Smooth move there by Mobley off the pick, making himself a good scoring option.
And Siakam throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Mitchell. 19 points in the game. Good D by Siakam.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Siakam's got the game tied up here for the Pacers. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Mitchell. Drives to the hoop. The Pacers pull it in.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Halliburton outside. Takes it out to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
And how about Siakam showing that he can turn on the Jets as well.
Mobley inside. He's covered by Halliburton. Halliburton against Mobley. He had his back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover. On the wing, Mathurin. Covered by Mitchell. 1 second left. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Resourceful move.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
On the court for Cleveland, Max Strus is out there with Wade. Then there's Garland. Then there's Tristan Thompson, and it's Jerome in at the 2 spot. Here's Shepherd, and the shot goes down. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Shepherd with the ball. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Bryant with a screen for Shepherd. And finished off by Shepherd.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect. Fire the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now, Nemhard, still scoreless. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. That's tipped. Now, Cleveland moving it up. Here's Thompson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know what you're going to get from Thompson. Strength, toughness, and grit.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. Indiana leading by 3. And Toppin throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. The 3 from Garland. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Shepard. Six on the shot clock. To the middle. To the wing right side. Here's Nembhard, guarded by Garland. Bryant, a screen on Garland. A shot by Nembhard, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 5. A 3 from Strus. Buries it from 3-point range. Strus has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Nembhard, guarded by Garland. For the 3, Nembhard's shot is good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Garland finds Strus. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Strus has got 6 here in this quarter. So, Richard, when you look at Max Strus, what does he provide for this team?
Well, one, he's battle-tested, Kevin. He's a fearless shooter, and he's a guy that can get on a roll and hit clutch shots.
Bryant. Pass to Toppin. Wants to get it to Bryant, and does. Toppin sets a screen for Shepard. And it's Strus with the rebound. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Down low, here's Thompson. It's good. This game is all even. Thompson's got 5 now.
Get ready to bang inside when you're playing Thompson.
Neesmith, the pass to Nembhard. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First one falls for
2 shots. Andrew Nembhard.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
Strus. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line. And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And here is Neesmith. Hasn't made one yet. Here's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Pacers lead by 2. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
It's Strus on the wing. Neesmith covering. Fires the 3. And it's Strus missing. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. It's Nembhard on the wing. Shepard with the ball. No good on the last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Toppin is out there with Aaron Neesmith. Then it's Thomas Bryant. Then there's Andrew Nemhard. And it's Shepard in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Pacers 5. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bryant's got his first 3 points of the game. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Hunter kicks to Okoro. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Nemhard, covered by Mitchell. In the corner, it's Neesmith. Pass to Shepard. Nemhard with it. Offline with his 3. Now here's Allen, and he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Here's Siakam, and he converts the layup. And the Pacers lead by 4.
Oh, great move by Siakam. That is why they call him Spicy P.
Here's Allen. Second shot opportunity. Mobley outside. And another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
That's on Benedict Mathurin.
Big frame, good score. Pump fake for Allen was too much for the defense.
And Allen drops them both. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 for the field to get the fourth quarter start. Halliburton passes to Mathurin. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Turner. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Mitchell finds Hunter. From past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Hunter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Mathurin against Mitchell. Siakam a screen on Mitchell. And the 3-ball is good.
And wow, Mathurin, the youngster, making his presence known.
Mitchell against Walker. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. And there's the try. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Halliburton on the wing. Covered by Okoro. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Siakam. Stolen by Mitchell. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Jarvis Walker. It's his 3rd foul of the game. And here are the Cavaliers now. Kicks it out to Allen. He tries for 3. Pacers with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Hunter against Mathurin. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Turner with a screen on Hunter. 6 to shoot. Mathurin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, that athleticism of Mathurin is what makes him such a tough one to guard.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them the lead. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Mitchell is double. Mobley finds Mitchell. Oh, and he jams it right over Pascal Siakam. Wow!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Here's Allen. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Got it.
The moment is never too big for Donovan Mitchell.
And it's Indiana's ball. Halliburton outside. Outside Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
players like to go, go, go.
Exciting for us and the fans, BA, but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then there's Paul George. And it's Maxey in at the 1 spot. Now here's Matherin. Turner, a screen on Oubre. It's Matherin with a drive. Turner against Oubre. Nice shot by Turner.
For Turner, I think it's all about staying aggressive. I mean, when he does that, he's capable of converting over tough defense.
Embiid, a screen on Halliburton. Kicks it to George. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
And so it's Indiana with it. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Halliburton on the attack. Walker passes to Matherin. There's a screen by Turner. Clock at 6. Driving inside. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And putting his athletic ability to work. I mean, Matherin comes in hot on the drive and lifts off for the slam.
Drummond, the screen on Halliburton. Here's Maxey. Oh, and Turner with a block. In transition, here come the Pacers. George against Matherin. Pass to Halliburton. To the left wing. Turner passes to Walker. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
Maxey against Halliburton. Now here's Embiid. Tight defense on him. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Matherin. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Maxey. There's the drive. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, the defense was looking for something different there. Maxey kept it himself off the pick that time.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Turner passes to Halliburton. Turner, a screen on George. Here's Halliburton. Paul George pulls it in.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Shot's good by Matherin.
Yeah, Matherin wanted this bad. He wants to one-up them at the arc.
Maxey surveys. Going inside. And that one's good.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Halliburton outside. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Siakam. Pass to Walker. Three-pointer. Not going to go that time.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
George against Matherin. George outside. Offensive board. Embiid. That one falls.
Boxing out Embiid has to be a focal point for them, or else he'll continue to eat them up on the offensive glass.
Turner, a screen on George. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Philadelphia on top. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's George. Then it's Maxey. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. Drops in the 3.
Nice job finding the open teammate that time. What a pass right there from Embiid.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Drummond with the screen. For 3, George. And the 76ers another 3.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Siakam with a screen on George. Ooh, a long-range missile from Halliburton.
Halliburton with the answer was anxious to throw it right back at him.
Maxey against Halliburton. Outside Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Halliburton. Baseline try. Embiid can't hit.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Siakam, the pass to Halliburton. Here's Matherin. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Matherin's got 10 points.
He's got that guard quickness. Matherin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Indiana foul. Walker. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's George. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 5 points in the game.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Philadelphia leading by 4. Pass to Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Inside. George defending. Siakam for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Siakam's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Turner can always wow you with a highlight play. But Clark, he's gotten better at the small things as well.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. He can shoot the 3. He's always been an elite shot blocker from the day he stepped foot in the NBA. An excellent screener. But he has added small pieces to his total game in the little area.
Count that bucket.
PG-13, using that length inside.
Pacers trail by 5. Halliburton looking for an opening. Turner, a screen on George. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Turner, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Drummond with the jam.
George continuing to become a better passer. That's one area that's clearly improved over his career.
Pass to Turner. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Halliburton against Maxey. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. He drops it from range.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
Here's Halliburton. Turner, a screen on George. Halliburton for three. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. Oubre with it. Drives to the hoop.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for 2.
No good on the second free throw. Pacers trail by 9. For 3, Mathurin. That shot off the mark. Ooh, nice D from George. Philadelphia's got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. Screen by Embiid. Puts up a 3. Oh, look at the range. Joel is good for 3.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
And get ready for the Fed half-court shot drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
They've got Shepard, Neesmith out there with Toppin. Then it's Thomas Bryant, and it's Nembhard in at the point guard. That's the group for Rick Carlisle, getting going here in the second half. No good on the 3. Philadelphia leading by 12. Fast break, Philadelphia. Edwards against Bryant. Oh, and Bryant with a block. Here's Yabusele. Edwards for 3. The rebound by Neesmith. The Pacers shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Here's Shepard, defended by Gordon. From the arc. And it's Shepard missing. Philadelphia has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one.
Good to see Gordon being unselfish. Excellent floor awareness and great at finding his guys in their spots.
Bryant, the pass to Nembhard. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard.
Andrew Nembhard.
That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Walker with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side, but it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Here's Shepard. Walker covering. Toppin, a screen on Walker. 5 to shoot. Toppin outside. From the wing. Misses off the left iron.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall. You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Edwards can't hit. Pacers trail by 16. Jumps up, and a slam dunk by Toppin.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
To the inside, Yabusele, the kick out to Walker. Gordon outside for three. Pacers with a rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure he wants back.
Remaining in the third, 2 minutes. Philadelphia foul. Edwards. First personal foul. First team foul.
With the step back. Just 5 on the clock. They set a pick. The deep three.
Excellent quickness by Gordon, and you got to respect that, especially on defense, where he's able to hound the offensive player.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
And here's Walker. Here's Bonham, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Here's Nembhard. Back to Toppin. Now here's Nembhard. No points so far.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Philadelphia shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Lonnie Walker the fourth.
Good on the second one. Pacers trail by 15. On the wing, Nembhard. Walker covering. Back to Toppin. Walker pulls down the board. The 76ers have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. In transition, here come the Pacers. Back to Toppin. Kicks it out to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And so it's Philadelphia in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got Edwards. Lonnie Walker is out there with Eric Gordon. And it's Yabusele in at the 4. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game as a result of good defense has been very strong.
6 to shoot. Here's Matherin. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Horner's got 4 rebounds in the game. Edwards looking for an opening. Halliburton against Walker. He shoots. Gets a very good look and converts. And the 76ers lead by 17. Three-pointer Mathurin. And he can't get that one. The 76ers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Outside Edwards. Here's Yabusele. There's the triple. Walker pulls down the board.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Turner. Mathurin against Gordon. And that one is stuffed right through.
And right now, Mathurin is on a roll. This young guy continues to do whatever he wants.
And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
For 3, Maxey. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed. Drummond's got 3 assists in the game.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Mathurin against Maxey. Fires for 3. And Mathurin good for 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
George for 3. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And you got to appreciate the competitive fire on display. It's almost like George says, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for revenge.
Three-pointer Mathurin. It's hauled in by Oubre. The Sixers lead by 18. It's George on the wing. No good with the triple. Indiana has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Siakam, the pass to Mathurin. Siakam with a screen on George. Back to Siakam. 6 on the shot clock. Count it. Good.
And I'll tell you, Mathurin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here.
George against Walker. George passes to Embiid. George scanning the floor. Pulls it from the top of the key. Again, the Sixers score.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the 76ers.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Paul George.
I'll tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
George for 3. That doesn't go either for George. Oubre against Mathurin. Turner, a screen on Oubre. For 3, Mathurin. Good work defensively by Oubre. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. George against Halliburton. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
20 seconds left in the game. George outside. Just 5 to shoot. Embiid from outside. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. They have to feel good about it. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.